Okay, so this video is not recorded in HDR, and the reason for that is very simple, because there is nothing to record in HDR anymore. Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. This is actually a very big disappointment, a very big L, because the whole plan today, the plan for this video was actually to make a very quick HDR analyze video to ground it on the PlayStation 5. So that's the Xbox Series X version, what you can see here right now, because I thought before I spend some money on the PlayStation 5 version, let's check out the Xbox Series version again, because there was HDR and I was familiar with the settings, and HDR was actually really good looking, and so just check it out, because it's on Game Pass, it's almost for free. Okay, you get my point. So, but I'm very disappointed because there is no HDR implementation anymore. They actually removed HDR at some stage. I don't know when, because the last time when I played the game, and I really can't remember when, but the last time there was clearly HDR. Okay, and I made actually a video as well 2 or 3 years ago when the game was fairly new and there was HDR support. And actually I found back then the HDR implementation really good. So this right now is just SDR. There is not even outer HDR, nothing works, okay? And I'm talking about native HDR. Of course we can simulate, or we can get HDR working somehow on the PC with mods and stuff like that, outer HDR, you get my point. But we're talking about native HDR. It was removed at some stage, and hey, surprise, surprise, there's also no HDR support on the PlayStation 5. So I haven't confirmed this by my own or by myself, but of course many people reported that there is no native HDR support on the PlayStation 5. So you can of course enable HDR always on the PlayStation 5, and then you would in theory play this game in HDR, but it's still not HDR, it's just SDR in a HDR picture, okay? That's how it is, okay? So if you're not familiar with this game, that's a survival game. I don't want to spoil it too much, but after the intro, you actually, you wake up in this world and you're just shrunk, okay? That's how it is. That's why everything is so big and crazy. It's wait for the spiders, okay? Let's say like this. Anyway, this is really a good game in my opinion. I really do like it. The more I don't understand why they removed HDR, okay? I don't understand. And don't get me wrong, we are actually used to very bad HDR implementations, okay? So we're used to that even AAA games nowadays having a very bad HDR implementation, and that's how it is. We even used to it that some games are not having HDR at all, or getting HDR later on, okay? Like couple of games. Anyway, but this is new. This is actually really new, that there was HDR and then they removed it. I never have seen this before, and I really would like to know what the reason is. So what I will try is I will try to reach out to Obsidian. Obsidian, I think that's the name from the developer from this game, and I will just try to get an answer. What is the reason behind this? Because it's just weird in my opinion. So to get you an idea, there was never native HDR support on the PC version back then, okay? So again, watch my old video 2 or 3 years ago. I made a video, there was just HDR on the Xbox version, but as you can see right now, there's nothing anymore. And by the way, what I don't understand, and this is something what I really have to bring up more, you know, that's the gamma setting what we have to change the SDR brightness gamma, okay? So that, the 37 is the standard factory setting, okay? When you do factory default or whatever, it goes to a 38. Sorry, 38 is the factory setting. So how do I know now what is actually the correct setting for my TV? There's nothing. There's no test pattern, nothing, okay? So I don't even understand why actually at some point 38 is a standard setting. Why is it not 0 and then you have minus and plus? I don't understand this. What? Anyway, that's maybe just me, but that's a different story. So anyway, so there was never native HDR support on the PC back then, just on the Xbox. And this was already a little bit, I couldn't understand. But it was the same issue as with Halo, the Master Chief Edition. Because we just have, hopefully still have, HDR on the Xbox, but no HDR on the PC. No HDR at all. So this is what I don't understand. So anyway, this is a big L, a big disappointment in my opinion, because this game actually, nice sun and specular highlights, it just looks fantastic in HDR. Really, there was no issue as far as I can tell back then with the black level floor, but of course I would like to verify this again, but I can't because there is no HDR anymore. So what I will do is I will try to reach out to the developer and try to get an answer, because maybe there's a simple explanation, maybe they're patching this in with the next patch. But again, I don't understand it. And I would expect that, let's say there's an issue with the HDR implementation on the Xbox, fine, it can happen, patch it out, work on it, patch it in again. But why we don't have native HDR support on the PlayStation 5? I mean, you had enough time to make it happen, okay? And I'm not happy to spend $60, $70, $80 on a game now without HDR at all. And not just because there's no HDR, because there was HDR on the Xbox version before. So that's why I'm not happy actually to do any spending on this game at the moment. So thanks God it is actually for free on the Game Pass, PC and Xbox. So you can check it out, because again, gameplay wise, this game is really fantastic. I love the colors, I love the gameplay. Xbox version is a little bit stuttering sometimes, or is a little bit stuttery sometimes, and even VRR doesn't help very good, but it's perfectly playable, okay? So again, let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this big disappointment actually? Because this would look absolutely fantastic in HDR, but right now, SDR, there's just something missing, okay? So let me know in the comment section what you think, if you maybe bought this game on the PlayStation 5 and maybe you are able actually to compare PlayStation and Xbox version. Maybe there's a big difference. Maybe it is actually worth to buy the PlayStation 5 version, but to be very honest, I don't think so. On the Xbox, this game is absolutely fantastic. The same counts for the PC. Yeah, at the end, it's up to you. If you like PlayStation 5 better because of the controller, go for the PlayStation 5. If not, Game Pass version, okay, you can try it out for free, almost for free. You get my point. Thank you very much for watching me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.